Why do people like these products? Okay, we will be attempting to answer that today because with some of them I get it and some of them I don't. So hello, today I've got the most viral products on the internet. I threw them all in this bag so we could review them. These are the things you just cannot seem to escape here on the internet. And I'm gonna tell you my thoughts. Now I will say, I think I'm gonna title this video, I bought all the viral products so you don't have to, or something like that. But I do wanna mention that while I did purchase most of these, a couple of them were PR, that's not gonna change my review or anything, but I always wanna be transparent about that. But let's just jump right into it. Okay, the first one that we have to discuss, the Rare Beauty blushes. Okay. I am so late to the party, but very recently I finally picked up a Rare Beauty blush. I bought the shade Bliss, which is the lightest shade, and this comes in the matte formulation. So keep all of that in mind while I'm reviewing it. I know the other shades perform a bit differently. Let me start this off by saying I have worn this every single day since I got it. So I think that tells you your answer right there. I wear it some days on its own, some days with a powder blush over top, but I really don't think you need a powder blush over top. And some liquid formulations, I feel almost require a powder to really set it down and increase that longevity. But this on its own lasts all day. I notice very minimal fading with it. The shade Bliss is so beautiful. If you have fair skin, I highly recommend this shade. I was kind of worried about this blush being difficult to blend out because I know this formula is known for being extremely pigmented, but I've had a pretty easy application with it. Though I've heard this shade is like the one shade where you can apply a lot of it, whereas most of them, they say like only do a dot. This one, I feel like you can apply a good amount and it's still going to blend out. Also, I think the price point is just very approachable at $23. It definitely sits a bit lower than other high-end blushes at Sephora. So I get the hype. I definitely understand why everyone loves these so much. I did also see, when I was grabbing links for this video, they have a holiday set that just came out. So I can leave that one linked down below. It's got 2 blushes and 2 of the liquid highlights in it. It was a mixture of like new shades and permanent shades. The set retails for $34 for all 4 of them. And even though they are mini blushes, I feel like the minis would still last you forever. So I thought that was a good deal I wanted to mention in case you were interested. I do use affiliate links, so everything will be linked if you choose to shop through them. Thank you so much. But let's talk next about this. The Drunk Elephant de Bronzi. Okay, I finally tried these. Funny enough, with both of these products, I've said before, I'm like, I'm never gonna buy those. I don't think I'm gonna like it. This one in particular, now even after owning it, I have the mini and I'm like, I definitely don't need the full size. So this came in a set with other products and I was like, you know, let me try out the mini to see. The full size looks like this. It's in this packaging, you know. This is the Be Goldy. This is the new version. These are like the highlighter drops. But this is the original bronzer drop. Okay, I cannot escape these on the internet. Anytime I watch like a short form video of someone doing their makeup, this is their first step. And I don't really get the hype, I'm gonna be honest. Now, even after owning it, I still don't think that it adds that much value to my collection. And I would argue that it wouldn't add value to a lot of people's collection. But I feel like there are some very specific uses for this, okay? So it is a multi-use product. First of all, it's like a skincare makeup hybrid, which is kind of nice. So you've got antioxidants in it, as well as peptides. So you have some skincare benefits in addition to the makeup element of this product. But it's kind of like this liquid bronzer type of product. And Drunk Elephant recommends you take this and mix it in with your moisturizer to get just an all-over glow. I've also seen people just apply it directly to the skin. I find that it blends out best if I'm mixing it with another product. So what I did today actually was mix it in with my Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dew Drops. It gave me such a beautiful base. And I feel like I could have just walked out the door like that. You know, it gave me some glow and a little bit of bronziness to my skin. But because I sheared it out with this product, it wasn't like too much. Sometimes I find that on its own, this just looks a little bit too much on my cheeks. It almost makes my face look a little bit dirty because it just doesn't blend out as well on its own if you're not mixing it with something else. You can mix this in with a foundation to adjust the shade. You could mix it in with any of your liquid products. Like, you could take it a bunch of directions. But I would say the audience that I have watched love this the most is someone that self-tans. And I feel like that's where a product like this like fits a great purpose. If you self-tan and your face is quite a bit lighter than your body, that's who I think would love this product because it kind of just matches everything up without having to really go in with foundation. Aside from that, I really don't think this adds much value to my collection. I don't see myself using this that often. So my verdict on this one, I don't really understand the hype of it. Again, I think there's an audience that would love having like something like this in their collection, but I don't think it would add value for everyone. Okay, one that I really don't get. Okay, I have so many thoughts on the Color Wow Dream Coat. Okay, so I recently picked this up because the internet has been raving about this, saying it is like the cure for frizz. And let me tell you, it has been so humid this entire summer. I know it's technically fall, but like, actually, no, it's not technically fall yet, but everyone's talking about fall, but it has still been in the like super hot digits lately, super humid in New York. So I picked this up thinking it was going to change my life, hoping it was going to change my life, because that's the review I've heard on this. And my verdict is this did almost nothing. So this is a frizz treatment, and I will start off by saying you have to use it in a very particular way, and I promise you I followed these instructions to a T. I've tried this a couple times now. This is pretty much empty at this point because I just bought the mini, and I just really didn't notice anything. My hair still became so frizzy. So what you have to do, you get out of the shower, you towel dry your hair, and then they recommend, separate the hair into sections before applying this because you need to thoroughly saturate the hair. Like it should be basically dripping wet with the product. So the first time I used it, I felt like I used a lot, but I still had a lot of frizz. So the next time I used it, I was like, okay, let me do even more because all the videos I watched from the brand, they were saying, you can't overdo it. Just apply more. It's not going to leave a film in your hair. It did. I do feel like the second time I used it, I applied so much, like my hair was dripping in this product. And I felt like my hair, I would almost describe it as, when you shower and you don't get all the conditioner out and you just have that film on the hair, that's what this felt like. So anyways, after you do that, you need to blow dry the hair. It's activated with heat. You need to add tension to really straighten the strands. I did all of this. It looks great on day one. Right after doing it, does my hair look a little bit shinier than normal? Yes. But as I went outside in these frizzy conditions, I got just as frizzy as normal. I didn't notice anything and I was so sad. I was like, this is gonna change my life. And I don't get it because I've watched the viral videos of people applying this and then just sitting under a steamer and their hair doesn't get any frizzier. But I don't understand why this doesn't work for me because I swear I followed the directions to a T. I was so meticulous. It took me so much longer to style my hair than normal. They also claim that the results are supposed to last through a few washes, but I didn't even really notice that many results from just that one first wash of using this. So I do not get the hype. I wish that I did. And when I mentioned this in my haul, I got so many comments from people saying, yeah, it did nothing for my hair. I think I really only read maybe 1 or 2 comments from subscribers that say they like this and it works well for them. The verdict I heard for the most part was, yeah, it doesn't work. So I was so sad. I wanted this to change my life. One that I get the hype. Okay, the body fragrances from Sol de Janeiro. I recently picked up number 40 and now I kind of want to go back and get number 68. That's the one in the pink. This is the one in the red. I'm going to pop the notes on the screen for this one. First of all, pretty affordable price point. I'm using that loosely. It's still a high-end product, but I feel like for the complexity of this scent, I'm not mad at the price point. So this is the smaller version. This is 3 ounces and it was $24. And then the larger version is $38. I kind of wish I would have gone with the larger one because I've been wearing this a lot since I got it. I'm down to here, but I definitely see myself using this up. So funny enough, this scent on Sephora is described as being a floral scent, but while I recognize the floral notes in it, I would definitely more so describe this in the vanilla scent family. Even the other day, I wore this to breakfast. I had breakfast with my friend Simbri. I'm sure a lot of you guys know Simbri over on Instagram, and I asked her, I put my arm out, I was like, how's my perfume? And she smelled my hand or my arm and she was like, oh yeah, vanilla, I smell that. So I don't think it smells super florally, to be honest. What I would actually say is it feels like something along the lines of Vanilla Woods from the 7 Virtues or Mod Vanilla from Ariana Grande. These are 2 of my favorite perfumes. This, I wouldn't say it's a dupe for them because, these are all different scents, but they're all in the same family. If you like this or if you like these, I promise you would like this. Honestly, out of everything in this video, this is probably my favorite purchase that the internet made me buy. Every time I wear this, I'm like, oh, this is so good. And the scent, I just think it smells so complex for being a $24 body spray. It just is beautiful. It has a nice projection to it, good wear. Highly, highly recommend. Okay, the Summer Fridays sunscreen. I like this, but I don't like this as much as everyone else does. I don't know. So this is called, they call these ShadeDrops. It is SPF 30. I wish it was a little bit higher of a SPF level, but I'll take 30. So this retails for $36. Not the most expensive sunscreen, but you know, definitely pricey considering how quickly you use sunscreen up. So this has a very like serum-y thin consistency to it, which I think is why a lot of people like this. And when I first start blending this out on the skin, it kind of looks like a cast, but once it sets down, that fully disappears for me. Keep in mind though, I do have fair skin, so I'm probably not the best person to be reviewing whether it has a cast or not. With this, sometimes I get some like pilling, sometimes it makes my foundation lay a little bit weird depending on the formula. Also, it sets down kind of matte, so I almost feel like it leaves my skin just looking a little dull and dry. Overall, I don't think it's a bad sunscreen. Like, I wear it, but it's not my favorite. And once I use this up, I will not repurchase it. I feel like it is like a tip-top favorite for so many people, so I was anticipating liking it even more than I do, but it's not my favorite sunscreen, to be honest. The Naturium one is still, like, I'm obsessed with that one. That one is just, like, my perfect sunscreen. I feel like maybe I would like this more if I had oily skin. Not that it sits down, like, super dry, but I feel like that's who tends to really like this because it doesn't leave like a film like a lot of sunscreens can, but I almost want my sunscreen to have a little bit more moisture in it than this one does. Okay, from Tower 28, the SOS Save Our Skin Spray. Funny enough, I'm like already down to here. Now keep in mind, I haven't had this for too long, but I definitely have thoughts on it. So this at its core is just a hypochlorous acid spray. So this is so easily duped, okay? Let's be real. I purchased this for $12. They have the full size for $28, but you could buy something that's probably at that same price point that's like double, triple the size of this. So if you just go to the store and buy like a hypochlorous acid spray, it's going to be the same thing. Like those are the only ingredients in this, okay? It's water, sodium chloride, and hypochlorous acid. So the first thing to say about this product, you have to be careful how you use it because it doesn't interact well with like antioxidants. So it's not recommended to use this at the same time you're using like your vitamin C serum or something like that. But this product, you can almost think of it as like a hand sanitizer for your face. Obviously not like harsh like that, but it's gonna kill off the bacteria. So as I've said in every video lately and already in this video, it's been super humid here lately. And this time of year, for the last couple of years, every year in September is when my breakouts just they start, okay? It's my forehead. The last 2 years, it has just like really started right around this time of year. And leading up to these days, I've been like, please don't break out, please don't break out. But I can tell it's when we have this like end of summer, super hot, humid weather, all the sweat just like sits on my face and then I start breaking out. And I could tell it starting on my forehead. The other day I went to a Yankees game. We were sitting outside. It was like 90 something degrees. And literally the next day I woke up, I looked in the mirror and I had like 5 new pimples on my forehead. So under these conditions, I have been spraying this like crazy. Like I'm not even kidding, multiple times a day. I'll feel myself like starting to get kind of sweaty. I'm like, where's my Tower 28 spray? And I'm spraying it down and I can tell already that it's like keeping things at bay. I also took this with me on my recent trip because that's another time that I break out is when I fly. So like immediately when I landed at my destination, I was spraying down my face and I didn't break out on that trip. I was shocked. I always break out when I travel and I think this really helped me not break out. I've been throwing this in my gym bag too because this is not like a cute thing to say, but I'm a sweaty girl, I will tell you that, especially my face. Like my face sweats bad. Like when I'm at the gym, I'm dripping. So I've been throwing this in my gym bag, spraying things down because I feel like when the sweat sits on your face, that's when the breakouts start. So I'm still breaking out right now as I always do this time of year, but I really think this product has helped it not get as bad as it normally does. So I'm gonna say that this is worth the hype, but you could definitely find an alternative. If you're sitting there thinking, girl, I would not pay $12 for this little mini, I do not blame you. I would just go to like Whole Foods, go to the grocery store and buy a bottle of hypochlorous acid spray. Have you tried any of these viral products? Do you think they're worth the hype? Do you get the hype? Let me know your reviews down below, but thank you so much for watching and I will go ahead and see you in my next one. Bye.